Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Great Plains Invitational here at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma. This is our 4 o'clock matchup featuring Putnam City and the hometown team, Lawton Eisenhower. So, I've got Coach Marco Gagliardi, head coach of the MacArthur Highlanders, here with me. I'm Graydon Bulick. Marco, we had a first game featuring Newcastle and U.S. Grant. Newcastle did what we expected, came into the building, started a little rough, but took a 30-point lead about 2 minutes into the second half. So talk a little bit about that game for those of our listeners and viewers that didn't see it.
Yeah, I thought Newcastle really had a really strong third quarter. I think they won the third quarter by 27. Coach Brown must have said something at halftime, got those kids up and rolling. U.S. Grant late won the fourth quarter, really competed hard late. The loser of this game will play in the 7th place game against Grant tomorrow, and that will start at noon. And then the winner of this will play in the Consolation Championship against the Newcastle Racers. I anticipate this game right here to be closer than most would think. I think Eisenhower's got some pieces. I think they're just young. And Putnam City has a few kids out that got banged up in their Lawton High game. I think he's got 2 or 3 kids that nicked up an ankle or a knee and are not being able to dress out. And so, I expect this one to be close, especially early. See if Eisenhower can hang around and make this a ball game late in the game.
So we talked about, you mentioned the PC game against Lawton High last night, and it was, I think, 14 or 15 at half, and I think everyone in the building expected Lawton High to come out in the second half and run away with it, just push the pace. We came out before our game last night, and it's a 3-point ball game with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, man, Putnam City did a good job. I mean, they got comfortable against Lawton High's pressure, and they were able to control the tempo. And they were able to just chip away and chip away and chip away. They would get a stop, stop and a score. And honestly, I thought Putnam City had more chances to win that game than Lawton High did. I mean, they missed 2 shots inside 4 or 5 feet that weren't even highly contested there, and then missed some free throws down the stretch. But credit to Lawton High, they came back and won that game. They're tough, and so I wonder what the effects of that game is going to be for Putnam City. You play a 3 overtime game against another 6A team, one that you probably could have won, should have won. You got a few kids nicked up. Let's see how they start this game. Should be interesting.
Yeah, that game didn't tip off. Our game was supposed to tip off at 8 o'clock. Our game didn't tip off till, I think, closer to 8:30.
Yeah.
And It'll be very interesting because that was almost 2 full basketball games that Lawton High and Putnam City played last night. And we came out, obviously, ready to go. We're probably going to have at least a 25 to 35-minute warm-up, which for high school basketball, for those of you that aren't familiar, is extremely long. Usually you're lucky if you get 12 minutes in between a boys and girls game on Tuesday or Friday night. And the way this tournament's set up, it's 2 hours in between games, and usually that gives you plenty of time to get loose, plenty of time to get shots up. And we walked back to the locker room, I think, 3 or 4 times before that game finally ended. And like you said, Putnam City had a lot of opportunities to win that ball game and close it out. And credit to them, but also credit to Lawton High for being able to come out with a win and a gritty win at that.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a good win for Lawton High, especially after being up 14 and then being down and then battling back. And that's a good win. Good win. I love the atmosphere during that game. About the 8 o'clock hour last night, this place was rocking. It was loud. Yeah. And for our entire game, it was great. And so, really good atmosphere. Here's your Eisenhower starting 5.
So we're going to talk about the Eagles. Number 3, Dante Nolan, he's a junior. Number 10, Latrell Bailey, he's a junior. Number 12, Richard Oduma, he's a senior. And number 33, Kingston Tito. He's a senior. He's a big fella. 6'3", and he's all there.
Yeah, he's a good player too.
And for Putnam City, we've got is that number 2? Number 2, DJ Stevens. Number 3, Jaden Perry. Number 10, Ben Thompson. Number 12, Miles Jackson. And number 22, Edwin Lloyd.
Here we go.
So again, folks, this is our second game on a Friday afternoon in the consolation side of the bracket here at the Lawton Great Plains Invitational, hosted at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Eisenhower brought the cheerleaders. They got the whole squad over here. They're ready to go. Eisenhower coach Brandon Kephart was I think a graduate in '99 of MacArthur. He's the all-time leading scorer in the history of our school. So I think he's got like 1,750 points. Longtime friend.
A lot of basketball points.
Glad to have him back in Lawton.
Yeah.
He's been a few places, Cash, and he went to Edmond and Altus, and now Duncan. He gets a chance to come back here, so be closer to home, closer to his parents.
I got to play against him when he was at Cash, Duncan, and Altus when I was in high school.
He was coaching.
Yeah. I was playing against his teams.
Gotcha.
I wasn't necessarily. Yeah, he didn't drop 1750 on us.
No.
That was a little bit before my time.
He was pretty good, man.
All right, so here we go. And we're going to re-jump that. You know, they always say the bigs got to wait till it comes down. They get a little anxious, get a little eager. And PC is going to control the tip over to Stevens, and that's how we'll start the ball game. Possession arrow flip to Eisenhower. Eisenhower's going to start in a tandem 2-3 zone. Got to find somebody in the middle. Great baseline pass to number 22, Lloyd. And that gets the scoring started for Putnam City. The Pirates of Putnam City. And there's a turnover. Good pass. 3-on-1 opportunity. Layup good for Stevens. And it's a quick 4-0 ball game. And another turnover. Back to Eisenhower. Bailey picks it up. Tito at the top. Over to Bailey. Bailey for 3. And he hit several of those last night.
Yeah, he could shoot. He could shoot it. I thought 2 was the best player on Putnam City last night. He was really good.
Corner 3, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Out to Bailey. Bailey pushing the tempo. Back to him. 3-point try for Nolan, no good. And rebound goes to Putnam City. Perry going to control the tempo, slow it down, get the Pirates into a set play. Finds him in the middle, kicks out. Number 12 for 3, short. Offensive rebound, loses it. And we're going to have a jump ball. And the arrow will go to Eisenhower. All right, checking into the ball game for the Eagles, number 23, Jordan Coppage. And number 24, Manny Simpson, a freshman. Coppage a senior, Simpson a freshman. Referee's doing a good job making sure the players have their uniforms tucked in.
Looks like a full court man here.
Coppage trying to make a play, just loses it out of bounds. And Eisenhower's going to fall back into their 2-3 zone.
First possession of the game, textbook zone offense from the Pirates. They go high-low, get an easy pocket pass for a wide-open layup. See if they do it again. High post, short corner. High post, short corner. Oh, nice hands.
Over to Simpson from Kingston. Loses it, and turnover to the Pirates.
There's your high-low. Oh, he missed him.
Hits the skip. Not there. Hits the high post. Baseline drive and looked clean from here. Referee thought different. Foul number 23, Coppage. It's going to be his first, team first for the Eagles. And it will be a shooting foul. I believe that's Stevens at the line. First one up and no good. Off the side of the rim. 5:26 remaining here in this first quarter, and I don't have the scoreboard up.
It's all right. We all make mistakes, Graydon. It's no big deal, buddy. Still love you.
Appreciate it, man. Offensive rebound to the Pirates.
Killers. Those are killers for Eisenhower. Missed both free throws, and they get it back.
All right, the Pirates are controlling the game right now.
Eisenhower's doing a good job covering the high post now after the first one. Here's your low high, dive, skip.
Got to see the skip there. Corner three is good for number 10, Ben Thompson. And that makes it 7-0. Putnam City. Eisenhower in their road blues.
Tough shot.
No foul. Putnam City in their home whites. They're the designated home team today, even though Lawton Eisenhower is a Lawton school, obviously. I know we coach in MacArthur, but that Carolina blue is pretty.
Listen,
pretty.
I might get in trouble, but it is my favorite color. I'm a Tar Heel fan. Love the Carolina blue.
I'm a Kentucky fan, so I like the Carolina blue.
You like shades of blue. You like shades of blue, but you like the darker shade.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing like that Kentucky Royal blue.
I hear you.
Oh, nice, good pass. No foul, and there it is.
Yep.
So it's going to be Bowers.
Short corner, high post, tack it like that, draw two, kick it, and play advantage basketball. Eisenhower's playing hard.
Jump ball.
Yeah, Eisenhower's playing hard, man. Energy's really good to start. I know it's 7-0, but he played really hard. Sure, high-low. You want to hit. It's flashing wide open. We got to get your eyes to the post.
3 points, long and off the glass. The bank is definitely open on Fridays, folks. Number 3, Perry. Bailey drives, kicks it to Tito. Back to Bailey, wide open, deep 3, no good.
Just spacing out over here, watching the basketball.
Oh.
Those were left from warm-ups. He left some basketballs over there by the tournament director. Who's the tournament director?
I don't want to say any names, but I believe it's one of the guys calling the game.
He's live on air, folks.
All right, checking in the ball game for Eisenhower. Number 5, Cliff Mayberry, a freshman. So on the floor, 2 freshmen. 1 junior, 2 seniors for Eisenhower. The Pirates lead at 12-0. Simpson has an opportunity, kicks it out, and there's going to be a foul.
I thought Eisenhower would start better here. You know, I mean, I know Coach Kephart said they've had 4 or 5 turnovers already. They're playing hard. They're just not executing enough to get the ball in the hole. They got to find somebody in this game that can put it in the hole for them, that can get them some momentum. Nice job.
Good pull-up by Kingston Tito, and that gets Eisenhower on the board to stop a 12-0 run.
Could you imagine that kid coming at you in full pads.
I'm good.
Holy smokes.
We were talking about that yesterday.
He might break me in half. He's a big old kid.
Good screen. Off. Another three is good for Perry.
He didn't bank that one in.
No, that one was all nylon. Tito coming down the lane, kicks. Ball seemed to have been tipped. It was not, and that's coming back the other way. So checking in for Eisenhower, number 12, Oduma. Senior for senior there. So Ike going to stay in that 2-3 zone.
Another one?
Long. So he's been long twice. One off the glass, one nothing but net, and one absolutely nothing. We're going to have a turnover here.
He's shooting it with confidence.
He is shooting it with confidence.
So it appears that he would have the green light, you know, when you got kids that can shoot it with no hesitation.
Isaiah Lopez checking in for Eisenhower, another freshman. So I believe there are 3 freshmen and 2 seniors on the floor right now for Ike. And I don't have classes for Putnam City. Corner 3, little long, rebound to Oduma. Kick to Bowers for 3, short, no rebound. Putnam City's going to push the floor with Zamarion Frost. Frost is going to get into the lane, kick to Thompson, a little floater, and falls. 2 points for Thompson. Another turnover for Eisenhower. And Frost will lay it up for 2. And Eisenhower's going to take a 30-second timeout here. With 1:11 remaining in the first quarter, Putnam City leads at 19-2, and that's not what you want if you're Coach Kephart.
No, I mean, his primary ball handler of that possession is a freshman, you know, so you go from playing at Central Middle School and you're playing MacArthur Middle School, and the next thing you know, the next year you're playing Putnam City High School. It's a big jump. It's a big jump in competition. Way difference in athleticism and age. He's playing against some 17, 18-year-olds, you know, over there for PC. So it's tough, man, when you're really young. If you haven't seen this speed before, it's really hard to adjust. And it takes some time, man. It really does. You got to keep coaching them up.
We want to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor, Waste Solutions. And, of course, Liberty National Bank and the Lawton Chamber of Commerce that have done a lot to help get this tournament up and running. This is the second year of the Great Plains Invitational. And, of course, we are very thankful to our sponsors. Eisenhower out of the timeout, able to get a foul on the floor. Oduma driving. The foul's going to be on number 22, Lloyd.
So if you're Ike, that's your press break. Let's run it every time. You know, I mean, let's not get careless. Let's run press break every single time. They did a great job right there. Like they broke the press easily. Ball never touched the floor, I don't think.
That's Lloyd's first, team second. Both teams have 2 team fouls. Bauer's going to drive and throws it right to the defense. Does a good job of getting back. Good mistake response.
Yep.
And again, that's Lopez. He's a freshman.
See if they go high-low again. There he is, high, low. Oh, we missed him. Nice patience.
Thompson, really good patience.
Yeah.
Another floater. That's another deuce for number 2.
10 can play, man.
Number 10.
Ben Thompson, what year is he? Do you have?
I don't have classes for them.
Putnam City's long. You know, you saw that last night against Lawton High. Their length, they were able to hurt Lawton High on the boards a little bit, which is rare because Lawton High normally hurts you on the boards, you know. So that's one of our keys tonight. Got to try to win the rebounds. Got to try to get the even on the rebounds. Lawton High just pounds the glass so hard. But Putnam City, their length is it's kind of sneaky. You know, it's just they're able to get their hands on a lot of balls.
So Kingston down low is going to go to work. Spins left. Spins to my left. Spins to his right. Foul's going to be on number 13 of the Pirates, Zamarion Frost. And Tito has 2. Seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's a pretty fast first quarter.
Hadn't been very many whistles.
And he hits the first. And they're called free throws for a reason. Need them. And is nothing but nylon on the second. That makes it 21-4 Putnam City. 8 seconds. Frost bringing it up the floor. Finds Jackson, back to Frost. Not a bad look there at the end of the quarter for Warren Dew. And Putnam City takes the first quarter 21-4. You are watching the Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on a Friday afternoon at about 4:17 p.m. in the second game of the day at the Lawton Great Plains Invitational. We've got Putnam City taking on Eisenhower. If you're just joining us, thank you. I believe this game is on YouTube. It's on Facebook. You can find the Oklahoma Sports Network almost anywhere on all social medias. X, formerly Twitter. It's still hard to call it Twitter, or not to call it Twitter.
Yeah.
And we appreciate your support. Bailey for 3, no. He's 0 for 3 to start this game. But if he finds one, it may be lights out.
Yeah, he can shoot it. 1-3-1 here by Eisenhower. Good job.
Little change up for Eisenhower. And turnover.
Worked.
Eisenhower collects it, and there's going to be a foul on Frost. Change up on defense for the Eagles, and it works there right out of the quarter break. So that's going to be Frost's second. Team foul number 1, and if you're confused, the OSSA had a rule change before this season, and I believe Mr. Sharam talked about it a lot yesterday. Great pass by Tito to Coppage for 2, lays it in, and
Timeout, Coach Parks.
he's seen enough of it already.
Nice job by Eisenhower coming out of that first quarter. Made some adjustments. Really nice possession on offense. Really nice possession on defense. 15-point game. Let's get it under 10 and see what happens, you know?
And, you know, a lot of coaches use timeouts to break momentum, and Coach Parks there was letting Eisenhower know you're not going to get any momentum here.
Yeah.
Doing his best. Eisenhower's going to be in a little full-court press here.
Little diamond, 1-2-1-1. Coach Parks has won a lot of games. He was at Ada a couple years ago, just took the PC job 2 years ago. He's done a lot of winning. Good coach.
Frost looking for a lane, doesn't see one. Kicks it back out to Dew. Back over to Frost. And it looks like Eisenhower switched back to man out of a 1-2-1-1 diamond press. For three, short. Offensive rebound, yes. Out to Dew. Over to Frost. Frost looking for something. Goes and lays it up. No good. Good defense there by Coppage.
Yeah.
Throws it up to Bailey. Lays it up for two, and it falls. So make it 21-8. Little 4-0 run here for the Eagles.
Love the set that I wonder if they go back to the set, the Putnam City set. Kind of one that we run with the handoff and the flare screen. They got him wide open. He just ran it yesterday a couple times against Lawton High too.
Kickball. Nolan checks back in.
I'd expected to see a little more crowd here. I know
This is junior.
I know it's only 4 o'clock, but we got the hometown playing. Hometown teams playing.
Tito goes for the steal. Eisenhower falls on it. Going to be a jump ball, possession arrow to Putnam City. They're going to get the timeout first. So Eisenhower will retain possession. 30-second timeout taken by Kephart. Eisenhower started this quarter with a little 4-0 run. We're just above 2 minutes gone in this quarter. 6:06 remaining.
Little Eagle pride over here. They're getting after it.
And it'll be Eisenhower ball after the timeout. Mayberry going to try and get it in here. He does. Really good defense there by Frost.
Tough you're giving the freshman the keys up there all by himself.
Bailey to the corner.
Did a good job, though.
Doesn't like it. Up to Kingston. Off left. Just barely grazed the rim. Mayberry off there. And Perry back into the ball game. You need to know where he's at all times. He hit a couple threes there in the first quarter.
Putnam City's guard play was really good last night. You can, they not turn it over, but they do a good job controlling pace.
Dew there with the drive. He's going to shoot 2 for the Pirates. That'll be Eisenhower's first team foul this quarter. And Nolan is going to get called for the personal. Did I just hear a yawn, Marco?
Gosh, trying. Need some energy injected. I need a white monster is what I need.
No, you don't.
Or a Nerds. What is it? What?
No.
A blue raspberry ghost.
No.
Let's go.
No. We don't
blue
need
raspberry
any
ghost.
of that. Misses the second. Hit the first. Scores now 22-8. Putnam City. Coppage drives and gets fouled. Putnam City got a single-digit quarter, and I know that's a big emphasis for a lot of basketball teams. And when you're able to get one, it helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Kingston going to work down low, kicks to Coppage. Coppage drives left. Kicks to the corner. Freshman with a little pull-up, no, off right.
Nice job,
Coppage with the rebound. Up, no good. But he will shoot 2.
Coppage has always given us a lot of problems years past because he's so athletic, man. He just plays so far above the rim. He's able to just linger around and just get rebound putbacks and live at the free throw line. And so good job by him playing his role.
So that'll be foul on Malik Frost. Brother of Zamarion Frost, I would only assume. Hit the first. Second one is up and good. And Eisenhower is at 10 now in the single digits, 12-point ball game. 5 minutes to go, just under in this second quarter. Eisenhower staying in that 1-3-1. It seems to be giving Putnam City problems. Thompson about to check in, and it is continuing to give Putnam City problems.
Where's number 2? Oh, he's checking him in. Okay. Let's say Putnam City needs 2 and 10 back in, and they both come to the table. And
Stevens and Thompson.
They're going to right the ship, hopefully, for Coach Park's team. Eisenhower's on a run here. They're doing a really good job. Came out of the quarter break and played really well.
So Putnam City goes to a man. Shot is up, no good for Eisenhower, and Stevens going to push the break. Kick it to Thompson in the corner. He kicks it back out to Stevens. And Eisenhower staying in that 1-3-1 and gets another tip. That's what you want when you go a 1-3-1 especially. You just want to get hands in the passing lane, make the passes more difficult, allow your runners and your wings to be able to get turnovers.
Yep, some deflections and turnovers.
And a 1-3-1 makes it difficult to get it into the high post, and Eisenhower takes it away from there. Coppage drives, loses it, loses his balance, and turnover back to Putnam City. Good step through. Good step through by Dew. Going to be a foul on the floor. Number 3, Nolan, a junior. And Putnam City is going to take it out underneath. Stevens up to Dew. Thompson in the middle. Back to Stevens. Back to Thompson. Finds the low post and is just out of reach for Denson, Draylon Denson.
Tell you what, man, Putnam City's been a little sloppy this quarter and letting Eisenhower hang around. Credit to Eisenhower probably because the changeup of defense to a 1-3-1 has given Putnam City fits.
So the freshman will bring it up forward for the Eagles. Putnam City still in a man. Tito gets it in the corner on the left side of the floor. Eisenhower trying to find something, being patient, not forcing. Back to Tito inside, and that is a big man, and that's a big man move.
Yeah, nice jump hook. Hey, got it to 10. See if Eisenhower can continue this run and get it to single digits.
3:06 remaining. Stevens trying to get it across half court. He does. Coppage goes for the steal. Not there. Back to Dew. Lob to Thompson. Finds it in the middle for Denson. And Thompson will kick back out, and Stevens will reset. And those are the passes that you're able to steal. Those are not the type of passes you want to throw against a 1-3-1.
No, they're not. You want to try to throw straight line passes, and you want to got to penetrate gaps quickly. Eisenhower ran that against us, and I told my guards, in the top slot, we got to drive the 45s, which is diagonal. We got to drive diagonal, and we got to find the open man. You got to play off 2 feet in the paint. It's really the best way to attack a 1-3-1. That is skips.
Thompson outside.
Now they're in a 2-3.
Finds Lloyd. Lloyd kicks it to Stevens. Stevens to Dew. Good defense.
Yeah.
Just staying solid.
Second quarter has been really good for Eisenhower.
Dew with a tough pull-up. No good. Bailey with the rebound, and he's running. One-on-one opportunity. Euro step and the lay. Count it for Bailey, and they cut it to 8.
Great move. The left-right goofy foot finish. Heck of a play there.
Back up to a 1-3-1. Very condensed 1-3-1, and exactly, that's what you want, and you want to steal. Coppage has to go ball side hand there. Thompson in the corner. Stevens penetrates
the
middle.
Drive. Yep.
Kicks it to 12, off, rebound Eisenhower.
They're running. Oh, dunk.
Coppage lays it in for 2. Probably had an opportunity for a dunk. Took the smart play, cut it to 6.
Good job, Ike. Way to battle back.
1:33 remaining. Staying in that 1-3-1, giving Putnam City problems. Finds it inside, had the middle, didn't see it, throws it out long. Thompson for the corner, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Foul. Eisenhower is going to get the ball. Great rebound there by Bailey.
Terrible job by the cameraman. I'm watching. I'm locked in on the 1-3-1. Now the energy's here. I don't need a white monster anymore. We're ready to go. Forgot the camera, though.
But that's why at ESPN and
that's why they have
Fox,
designated camera guys,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Dude,
we're doing everything over here.
I'm locked in, Graydon. I'm trying to get in the game, find out what's going on in Coach Kephart's head over here.
All right, Putnam City staying in a man, picking up the pressure just a little bit. Coppage in the corner. No defense. Had a decent look at a three, wasn't able to knock it down. 22-16, less than a minute to go. Has a man inside, nobody covers it. Coppage there for the defense, offensive putback, no good. A third offensive rebound, no good. Up to Bailey. Bailey, floater, no good. 40 seconds to go. 6-point ball game. Putnam City leads it 22-16. Pushing it to the floor. Thompson sees him inside. Lloyd has had a tough few minutes. Doesn't have a good feel. 12 for 3. No good. Thompson with the offensive rebound, put back, and that's good. That stops the Eisenhower run, makes it an 8-point game.
One shot. Don't turn it over. Timeout. All right, smart.
24-16, 12 seconds to go.
Oh, coach didn't like it. Coach didn't like it. All right, let's go. Let's draw up a play and get a three here, Coach Kephart. It's a freshman.
He said, what? Why?
Said, Coach Kephart, what are you doing? It's all right.
Freshman just trying to keep possession for his team.
I like it.
So, again, this is the Lawton Great Plains Invitational. This is game 2 of 4 today. Our first game featured Newcastle versus U.S. Grant. Newcastle was able to come away with the win in that one, and they advance to tomorrow's 2 p.m. game, the consolation finals. And Grant falls to the 7th place game at noon, and Newcastle will take on the winner. Grant will take on the loser of this current game. Our next game is set to start at 6 o'clock, as we will have Tulsa Memorial and Northwest Classen. And, folks, that's going to be a good one. So if you've got no plans tonight on a Friday evening at 6 o'clock, come on down to the Great Plains Coliseum here in Lawton, Oklahoma, and check out some great basketball. 2 teams you're not necessarily going to see a lot of throughout the season. Tulsa Memorial obviously being in Tulsa, Northwest Classen being up in the city. And we'll give a little preview of that game later on in this one. And then to cap off the night, it's a big one. We got Lawton High taking on the MacArthur Highlanders at 8 o'clock. All right, 24-16. Putnam City leads it. Eisenhower to trigger with Tito throwing the ball in. 12 seconds to go.
Straight to Coppage. Oh.
10 seconds. Up the floor. Coppage picks up his dribble and throws it off the foot of Tito. And that's going to be a turnover with 2 seconds, 1 second, and no shot. So a much better second quarter there by the Eagles. Putnam City leads it 24-16.
Yeah, good second quarter.
With 10 minutes on the clock for halftime. So we'll take a break. We'll be back. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, folks, welcome back to the second half of this 4 o'clock matchup between Putnam City and Eisenhower. Putnam City leads it 24-16 over the Eagles. We're in the third quarter here. And it will be Pirate basketball.
Eisenhower won the second quarter. See if they can do that again here and close this down. I don't know what the score was after one, but they played really, really well in that second quarter. 1-3-1 gave Putnam City tons of fits. Obviously, kid that had 26 last night on Lawton High is in street clothes over there on the end of Putnam City's bench, and so they're maybe trying to find their way a little bit, but we'll see if they're able to make up for that loss here in the third quarter.
So Putnam City will start with the basketball. Perry and Stevens working the defense. Over to Jackson, back up to Perry. Stevens to Thompson. Eisenhower back in that 2-3 zone. I would have expected them to come back in the 1-3-1 just because it caused so many problems for the Pirates.
Yeah, he's probably saving it. I'm sure Putnam City spent the entire halftime talking about 1-3-1, and so you come out in something else, kind of, throws a wrinkle in it.
So Putnam City does a good job finding the short corner into the dive from the high post. So number 22 for the Pirates will shoot to Lloyd. He had a rough second quarter. He started the game pretty solid, had a rough second quarter, really couldn't find any footing, and he's able to get the first of 2 free throws to drop. And they got away from that. They got away from the high-low action, which is the number one way to beat a zone. And Eisenhower just gives up an offensive rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball here. So it will be Eisenhower basketball.
Ooh, Eisenhower got away with one there.
Yeah, you can't give up offensive rebounds out of free throws. So Bailey's going to drive, gets trapped in the corner, finds Kingston. Hesitation, up and no good, but will get the foul. I believe that's going to be on number 12, Jackson. Yes, it will be on Jackson. That'll be his. Waiting on the foul count on the scoreboard. His first, team first of this third quarter.
That was a nice pass there by Latrell Bailey. He was trapped in the corner, found Tito.
Up, no good on the first one. Leave it 25-16, Putnam City. Second one is good, 25-17. And if you missed the first half of this game, you look at the score and you're kind of going, well, what happened? Eisenhower is down 21-2, I believe, at the end of the first quarter.
Was it really 21-2?
I believe it was. And they came out of that break, went on a 4-0 run. Putnam City tried to counter. Eisenhower switched to that 1-3-1. And it really threw off Putnam City's momentum.
Yeah, big time. I'd like to see. I wish we had the stats on how many points were scored. Eisenhower had to have got a single-digit quarter there in the second quarter.
Coppage drives, no foul.
It's tough. It should have been a call, I think.
Thompson, no good on the layup on the other end for Lloyd, and his struggles continue.
Slow down, get what you want, unless that goes
Bailey
in.
for three, boom.
Yeah, nice shot.
That's his first three of the night. I believe he's 1 for 4. And that cuts it to 5 for the Eagles. 6:22 to go and counting. And here's that 1-3-1 we spoke about a minute ago. Lloyd in the middle, can't find it.
Slow down, get what you want. Find the trail.
That's what you want. Coppage,
Right.
Bailey for 3,
Got it.
long.
That's not a bad shot for them. He's by far their best shooter, and that was wide open. Oh, don't reach.
Foul on the floor, going to be Kingston.
Now, I'm waiting on DJ Stevens to take this basketball game over. I saw him. He was so good yesterday. And we haven't even said his name really today.
No, I think the only time I've said his name is when he's moving the basketball.
Yeah, come on, DJ. He's been nothing but a passer. There he is with it. He's not even looking at the rim.
Frost, long three, no good, foul.
This is a completely different game than they saw pressure man-to-man, run and jump with Lawton High, and now they're seeing nothing but zone.
So foul's going to be on Bailey there. Push the team fouls to 3 for Eisenhower. 2 more Putnam City's in the bonus. And I don't know if Putnam City's uncomfortable playing against the zone. They look like it. But they did a really good job the first quarter of playing high-low out of it. I mean, they got 21 points in a quarter. That's not bad.
No, that's really good. Yeah, they're just a little stagnant. Short corner right now. Their eyes aren't getting to the post like they need to. They need to get their eyes to the post. Short corner. Dive. There he is. Skip.
Thompson. And there's Lloyd. There it goes. That falls for Lloyd. He's been around the basketball a lot tonight. Shots just haven't fallen for him. Bailey drives, and there's going to be a block there on Lloyd. And as soon as I say something good, it's that commentator's curse right there.
Yep.
So, Eisenhower basketball. We're going to go 4 flat here. Out to Coppage, to Simpson, over to Bailey. Putnam City in man. Coppage drives, takes it, and is denied by Thompson. Number 24 for Putnam City, the Pirates, John Sheffy. That's a fun last name. Sheffy checks in for Lloyd, and he'll sit down. 4:41 remaining, 27-20 Putnam City. Bailey for 3, catch and shoot, no good, in and out.
2 of them in a row, in and out.
And he's not been able to find it. He hit 1 to start the quarter and hasn't found it since. Number 3 for Putnam City, no. That was Perry. He hit a couple early in the game. There's going to be a block on the floor.
1 more foul, and they're in the bonus for the last 4 minutes.
That'll push them to 4:22.
If I'm Eisenhower here, I am being aggressive. I'm trying to get the 5th foul. Now we're shooting free throws the last 4:22.
Do you know what the score was to the 66-62?
Yes.
Lawton High, Putnam City?
Yes. Uh-oh. Good job 24 right there by staying strong.
So turnover by Kingston, offensive foul. Both teams are now
1-3-1. There it is.
1 foul away from the bonus. They're back in the 1-3-1. Thompson in the corner to Stevens, over to Perry. The guards need to look for an opportunity to drive a gap. Stevens had one he could have teed up, didn't like it for some reason, and they back it out.
Uh-oh.
And high pass, and that's exactly the kind of pass you want thrown against a 1-3-1. 3:48 to go, 27-20 still.
Just being too passive. For Putnam City, you've got to be more aggressive against the zone. They want you to just swing it around the perimeter and shoot a 3. You've got to attack it. See what Eisenhower does. Get zone press here. Oh, 2-on-1.
Coppage takes it and lays it in for 2. That makes it a 5-point ball game, 22-27.
Yeah, nice play there.
Eisenhower staying in it. It's giving them problems. Stevens. I'm not sure what Stevens is waiting on here. Drive, dish inside, out for Jackson. No good. Rebound to Tito, and he loses it. Off the turnover, Sheffy grabs it, and that's another Coach Parks timeout. Has a 30-second timeout. Eisenhower had an opportunity for a dunk there, I believe, and Kingston just couldn't hold on to the basketball.
Eisenhower's hanging around, man. They're doing a good job. They're competing. They're switching up defenses. Coach Kephar's doing a good job. They're being more patient on offense. Putnam City's pressure is not bothering them at all. Really impressed with Eisenhower today. And really, you know, if you go back and look at Eisenhower's season so far, they haven't been in a close game.
Right.
You know, I mean, they're young, man. They're still learning. They're 0-4. They haven't been in a game closer than 20 points. And so this is new territory for them. Wonder how they're going to handle it. Obviously, they have a few upperclassmen. Coppage is Tito. You know, I mean, they got a few kids that are older. Luttrell's been in some closer games, you know, was part of that team last year. But they don't have a ton of experience in the last recently of being in a close game. So I'm going to see how they handle this. Putnam City's ramping up the pressure, huh? Looks like they're full court man. Yeah, they're just going to come get them.
Well, I mean, you play Lawton High, who's a top, maybe not a top team in 6A, but they're going to compete.
Yeah.
And you played them to the wire to three overtimes.
Yeah.
And you're only up 7 to Eisenhower, like you just said, has had a tough start to their season.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I think there's a couple things. I think
Stevens kicks out for 3. Perry lines it up, no good. Fight for the offensive rebound, yes. Back out to Stevens. Stevens pulls up, no good. That may have been his first shot attempt.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
And like you said, Putnam City is down. A couple players banged up yesterday in a very physical game.
That goes
Bailey
in. We
for
got a
3,
game.
no
Ooh.
sir. 29-22, 2 minutes to go. Next foul will put both teams in the bonus. Stevens slows it down. Perry at the top. Throws it over to Jackson. Jackson finds Thompson in the middle. Really good seal on that end and a great effort, defensive play
really
by Coppage. Really athletic.
Yeah, the freshman was stuck on the backside in an obvious mismatch. Coppage was able to help his teammate out there. Luttrell called for a sub. He tapped his head. He's tired. He needs one. They need him in the fourth quarter, and they need him shooting the ball well to win this game. Was that legal?
I don't know.
Was he even back in bounds?
I don't know. I think he was still in the air when he caught the basketball.
Yeah.
Which is meaning he hadn't established in. He's still out of bounds.
Yeah, that's
Perry over to Thompson. Thompson's been Putnam City's best player off on that shot. And Coppage with a big rebound. And that'll push Eisenhower into the bonus, and he'll have an opportunity to cut into this 7-point lead. It's been 5 a couple times. But it seems like as soon as Eisenhower's right there, something just doesn't go their way. And if Bailey hits 2 of these,
yeah, I think
it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, he's 1 for 4, 1 for 5 this quarter. You know, I mean, that happens. His legs are gone probably. He's a little winded.
Coppage misses the front end of 2. Oduma's going to check back in for the Eagles. He's a senior. Second one's good for Coppage. That makes it a 6-point ball game. I'm not the best math guy out there, so got to slow down sometimes to make sure I get the numbers right. Stevens will trigger and bring the ball up the floor for the Pirates. 1:39 remaining, 29-23 Putnam City. Eisenhower has stayed in the ball game. They've gone to this 1-3-1, and it's done numbers.
Ooh.
Numbers for them.
Looked like he threw it right in his stomach.
They're going to stay in it. They're going to trap out of it. Stevens needs to make a play for his team here.
He's looking backside. They're trying to get that backside dive.
Really good play by Frost. Eisenhower fans, I think, wanted to walk. 12, Jackson with a really good seal. Oduma just trying to do everything he can to get on top of Jackson. Unfortunately, he causes He commits a foul, sends Frost, Zamarion. Remember, there's two brothers, Malik and Zamarion. Zamarion to the line for 2, 1:07 remaining. First one up, no good, short. This fourth quarter will be really interesting for Putnam City. Again, we mentioned it earlier. They played in a 3-overtime game last night against Lawton High here. Almost 2 full basketball games in one. Frost up with a second, no good. Oduma with the rebound. So this fourth quarter will be very interesting to see if Putnam City can keep their legs.
Yeah, and they have a lot of points sitting on the bench from that game too. So
Frost up
nice
and
job.
good on the steal.
Yeah, really good.
That helps.
Yeah. We'll see the end of this quarter. If Putnam City can get a couple cheap ones, push this thing back to 10, 12, 15.
45 seconds. Inside to Oduma, and they're going to get a foul on Thompson, and Oduma will go to the line.
Shooting free throws.
42 seconds, 31-23 Putnam City. Oduma at the line for 2. Again with the rule change. In the quarters, when you get to 5 team fouls, you get to shoot 2. Oduma good with the first. After this quarter, they will reset. 42 seconds, 31-24 Pirates. Make that 31-25. 6 points, cut down from almost 20 in the first quarter.
2-3 now.
Back to a 2-3. Mixing things up, keeping things interesting. The backside lob was there.
Oh, 1-3-1. Never mind. They just show 2-3 to start. I like it. It's good.
That's good.
It's a good little change up from Coach Kephart.
Sheffy in the corner, throws it to Stevens. Stevens to Jackson. Jackson makes a guy fly by. Really good recovery by the freshman over to Stevens for 3. No. Defensive rebound by Oduma. Great job. 10 seconds.
Push.
Freshman needs to make a play here. Jump ball. Possession arrow, Putnam City. That's really unfortunate.
Should have kicked it ahead. He had a 3-on-2 ahead of him.
Well, and we say it all the time. Experience matters. And when you're a freshman and you haven't seen this type of competition, it's tough to get your head up. You want to make sure you don't turn the basketball over, and then
Go pressure a little bit.
2, 1, shot is up, no good off the side of the glass, and that is how that third quarter will end. Putnam City leads at 31-25. Eisenhower's just hanging around. They're doing everything they can to stay in this ball game. Again, Coach, like you said, they haven't been in very many close games. I don't think they've lost a game by less than 20 all year. That's pretty disheartening for a team. And when you can now compete against a 6A school who played really well last night against Lawton High. I mean, everyone was here for that game.
Yeah, this is a good showing for Eisenhower. This is good stuff, man. I mean,
I know it's 25 points. I know it doesn't look that great on the stat sheet, but for your confidence, this is huge.
You don't paint pictures of wins. All they see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if it's pretty, if it's ugly. It doesn't matter. A win's a win. It's a 6-point game. You do whatever you got to do to win this basketball game, and this would be a massive turning point in the season for a young, inexperienced Eisenhower team with a new coach, new system, new everything, to come in and knock off and get into a consolation finals of a really tough tournament. 8 minutes, down 6. Let's see what they got these last 8.
This should be a good one. And
yeah.
Folks, if you're at home and you're bored, come on out. Great Plains Invitational here at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma. We've already had one game today. That was Newcastle versus U.S. Grant. This is the second game slated. Eisenhower and Putnam City going at it. 7:59 to go in the game. Bailey back in. See if Oduma and him can get going here. Bailey kicks it to the corner. Doesn't like it, kicks it back out. Simpson up top. Over to Lopez. Oh, Lopez for 3. No. Oduma with the tip. And Putnam City recovers. That would have been a big shot for a freshman.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thompson gets in the lane. Little turnaround jump, no good. and he stepped out of bounds. Eisenhower basketball with 7:23 to go. Lloyd checking back in after a long stint on the bench. And he started the game pretty hot, and Eisenhower was able to control him. Thompson started really hot. He hasn't done much. Stevens hasn't done very much at all. And here comes Eisenhower on the break. Somebody just needs to go score.
Easy. Slow down, slow down, slow down. There you go. Play off 2 feet, foul. Yep.
7:03 to go.
Tell you what, if Eisenhower wants to win this game, I think they need to get Putnam City in the bonus early. They need to shoot free throws. They need to attack, be really aggressive but under control.
The Eagles have 2 freshmen, 1 senior. Simpson for 3 in the corner, no good. Fight for the offensive rebound, no. Going back to the 1-3-1. Eisenhower has done a pretty good job of keeping hands in the passing lane, getting a lot of deflections. Really good pass. Cross court to Stevens for 3, no. Offensive rebound, no. Coppage pulls it down. Gives it up to Bailey.
2-on-1.
Simpson, layup, no. Gets the foul.
Nice job by Eisenhower. Way to get out there. Coppage was the backside wing on that 1-3-1, and that diagonal skip is really hard to guard. The guy in the corner for Putnam City stared at it. I'm surprised Coppage didn't jump that. But got away with it and got it. Now we're at the free throw line on the other end.
Well, and we talked about it in that third quarter. Stevens took 1 shot. I think that's his second one of the day. He's been cold all night long. He misses the front end of 2. 6:19, 31-25 in this fourth quarter. Putnam City leads it. Shot is up, good for Simpson. Cuts it to 5. Stevens going to slow the game down, walk the ball up the floor. Eisenhower still in that 1-3-1.
They've got to attack gaps. They've got, like, right here on the reversal. Reverse it, skip.
Sheffy looking for a pass, picks up his dribble,
Now
kicks it back out.
Attack a gap. Nope, didn't do it, and they're just stagnant. They're putting the ball above their head and allowing Eisenhower to close the gap. Needs somebody to make a 3.
Not a great closeout by the freshman. Causes a foul.
Coach Parks is going to dial up something at one point and get somebody a wide open one. I don't know who Putnam City's go-to three-point shooter is. I don't know if they have one. If they do, they need to get him a look.
Big rebound by Coppage. Lopez pushing it up the floor. Layup good by the freshman. They're going to stop play here. Ball bounced off a couple Eisenhower players. No delay of game warning. 5:40 to go, 31-28. 3-point ball game.
We have a 3-point ball game right here. Let's go.
Sheffy in the corner. Pressure by Simpson. Eisenhower on the 1-3-1. Sheffy in the corner. No. Frost can't seem to get it to the other side. Shepard finally has it. Throws it to Thompson in the corner. Need a little high-low action here. That would be great. Thompson lines one up. No good. Long. Rebound to Simpson. 5 minutes to go. 31-28. Eisenhower down 3. Bailey to Kingston. Kingston drives. Loses it. Picked up by Bailey. Over to Kingston.
Slow down. Slow down.
Lopez to Simpson to Coppage. Coppage drives, baseline. Lays it up. Count the basket. And 1 for Coppage.
What a play. Nice job, Coppage.
Coppage up a little slow.
Got a chance to tie this ball game.
Coppage visibly in pain at the free throw line. Referee's talking to him, making sure he's okay. And that is Lloyd's 5th foul. Did not know he was in foul trouble. And unfortunately for Lloyd, his afternoon is done with 4:43 to go in the 4th quarter. That pushes Putnam City team fouls to 3. Eisenhower only has 1. So Jackson will check in for Lloyd. Lloyd's, again, afternoon is over. Coppage has a chance to tie it here. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
This will be the first tie since 0-0, huh?
Shot is up, no good. Long rebound to Jackson. Jackson to Shepard. Frost now back to Shepard.
Has Eisenhower led in this game at all? No.
No.
No, they have not.
No. It was
20-point deficit early. Oh, he traveled.
And they got him on a walk. Jackson turns it over. Eisenhower has the chance to take the lead. 4:24 to go. Kingston to trigger. You've got 2 freshmen bringing the ball up the floor. You've got Bailey barking orders. You've got Kephart barking orders. And Bailey does the right thing. Comes up. Coppage wide open left. Euro step. Layup. No good. Offensive rebound, yes. Up. No good.
Oh, man.
2 point blank bunnies, and Eisenhower cannot convert.
That was a good fight there by Coppage.
We're at 4 minutes remaining. We're halfway through this 4th quarter. 31-30 Putnam City. Eisenhower has fought back all the way from almost 20 points in the 1st quarter.
Put the ball. Turnover. Ooh.
Staying in that 1-3-1. Probably had an opportunity for a steal, didn't take it.
Check.
Sheffy finds middle. Great pass, but Eisenhower's there defensively. Layup, no good. Put back, good. Eisenhower takes the lead with 3:30 to go. 32-31.
Great, and I'm not going to lie to you. I did not see this coming. I mean, kudos to Ike. Like, I'm happy that they're in this game right here and they're leading this game. Oh, dang it, Latrell. Did not see this coming. I anticipated Putnam City controlling this game, but obviously I was wrong. Kephart and his crew and the Eagles have done a really, really good job of finding something that gave Putnam City problems and sticking with it.
All right, 3:13 remaining. Eisenhower has their first lead of the ball game. Frost drives into a gap. Doesn't like it, kicks it back out to Perry. Perry has also been quiet this second half. Tito, steal. Bailey on the break. Bailey goes up. Count the layup. Good. They take their biggest lead of the ball game, 34-31. 2:48 to go. Eisenhower has their best lead of the game. Another steal. No. Simpson applying pressure. Frost drives baseline, and that's going to be another foul on the freshman. That's his second one this quarter. Second one in the game, 3rd team foul overall. Baseline out of bounds to Putnam City. 2:33 to go. Folks, again, if you're joining us, this is the Lawton Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And if you're just now joining us, you came at the right time.
Coach Parks has got his clipboard in his lap. He's about to call a timeout and draw something up.
Perry over to Shepard. Sheffy, Perry. And that's Stevens, not Shepard. Eisenhower back to a 2-3. Thompson gets what he wants. Coppage plays solid defense. Up to Simpson. And he steps out of bounds.
Up 3 right there. I know we got a steal and a run out.
Under 2 minutes to go. Coppage pressing a little bit. Tries to find the freshman.
I get it. If I'm Eisenhower, I am slowing this thing down. And I think both teams have at least 3 timeouts left. So I would assume this last 155 they're going to use some little strategy here.
All right, so here we go. Less than 2 minutes remaining. And what's been an interesting ball game. If we get a timeout here, I'll be able to recap it a little bit for those of you just joining. Sheffy trying to find something. Over to for 3. No. Short. Rebound to Simpson. Eisenhower has it.
Yep.
1:30 to go.
Slow. Make them come get you. Yep. What's the delay game here? 5 high, 4 out, whatever it is, make them come get you. No shot clock in the state of Oklahoma, Graydon.
Eisenhower almost turns it over. There's almost another turnover. Some careless passes.
Timeout, Kephart. Timeout.
Bailey up top.
Yep,
and there it is. All right, folks. 1:02 remaining. Timeout, Eisenhower, 34-31.
It's probably got 2 left.
Full timeout. So we started this ball game knowing Putnam City had a 3 overtime ball game last night against Laudenheim. Eisenhower played MacArthur last night in a tough one. Coach and I fully expected this game to be in Putnam City's control. Eisenhower has done a great job. Coach Kephart, all credit to him for starting in a 2-3 zone, realizing it wasn't working. Putnam City was getting whatever they wanted. Switched to a 1-3-1, and Putnam City has not found anything since. If I'm right, it was 21-2 to end the first quarter. Eisenhower went on a massive run in the second to cut it to 10, to 15 at half. Coach, what has Eisenhower done so well to keep Putnam City, to keep themselves in this ball game?
I mean, they've held Putnam City to 31 points. 8. How many this half? 5? 5 points? 8? 5 points this half? That is crazy. Putnam City is just, they put the ball above their head. They quit attacking. They're not attacking Eisenhower's zone at all. They are just being very stagnant. So I would assume Coach Parks is telling them right now, we have to attack. And so Eisenhower's going to be playing keep away, obviously. So now you probably talked about foul, trap, who to foul, what to foul, timeouts left, all those things and those timeouts by both teams. Kephart's probably drawing up a get it in play or a lob play right here. And then it's playing keep away. Play keep away. And they're running the trap at him.
Really good job by Eisenhower here.
It's
50 seconds, 31-34. Eisenhower has led for about 3 minutes, and there's the turnover. Fight. Jump ball. We're going to call it jump ball. Possession arrow remains with Putnam City.
Jump ball.
I'm not sure about that one.
That's a tough call right there. Putnam City got the break they needed. See if they can capitalize here. Still plenty of time left. 42 seconds is a lot of time. It's a one-possession game here. There's the 3 in the corner right there. Yep, there it is.
Jackson for 3 to tie it. No, long. Rebound to Bailey. Eisenhower pushing.
Oh,
and there's the foul.
Ooh, that was a layup if he doesn't
Stevens has the foul. 32 seconds. One more foul to give till we're in the bonus. 0 free fouls remaining for Putnam City. 1 free foul remaining for Eisenhower. No reason for Eisenhower to foul.
It's 5-on-5 keep away right here. Keep away, make them foul.
Frost pressure.
Now it's a free throw contest. Really good job.
Correction, that's Perry, Jaden Perry. That's his second, team 5th. So like Coach just said, Eisenhower now in the bonus. What are you telling your team here, Coach?
What am I telling Eisenhower?
Yes.
What is Coach Kephart telling him?
Yes.
Do not foul. If he makes any one of these free throws here, we are in a 2-possession game. We are slowing them down, and if we get a stop, they have to foul us. We don't need to push the break. We don't need any turnovers. We just need to take care of the basketball.
Lopez misses the front end.
Now, obviously, if he misses this, then we're in a one-possession game still.
Has a chance for another. Freshman can't.
No threes.
Convert. 25 seconds. I wonder if Putnam City is going to go for the last shot. I would not. Kick out. Jackson. Drive. Kick to Thompson for 3 to tie it. No.
Great box out.
And there's going to be a foul on this end. I believe it's going to be number 5. Malik Frost was all over an Eisenhower rebounder. Lopez did a great job there. Yes, he may have missed 2 free throws, but he made up for it right there with a great block out. That's a big play by a freshman.
Yeah, here's the deal. If he makes one of these, we're in a 2-possession game, changes things. So, man, Eisenhower's in a really good spot.
14 seconds to go. Lopez has 2. If he hits one here, it's big. There's 1. No good. Has a chance for another. Still a 3-point ball game. He hits one, it's a 2-possession game.
I may use timeout here.
If I'm
Kephart, tell him, hey, if he misses, if he makes, this is what we're doing. If we're up 3, if we're up 4 type deal. Maybe. And
the freshman makes it. That's a big play by a freshman.
That may be ball game.
Stevens.
Oh, don't foul. What are you?
Frost for 3, no. Offensive rebound, no. Coppage secures it. Throws it up to Simpson. And Simpson's going to dribble it out.
Wow, great job, Eisenhower.
What a great game by the Eisenhower Eagles. Eisenhower comes back from 19 down in the first quarter. Crawl all the way back to take their first lead with just over 2 minutes to go in the game. They were able to hold on for a 35-31 win. Lopez with 2 great plays, one down here on the block out and the other one making 1 of 2 free throws to make it a 2-possession ball game. Coach, what you think?
Great job. Great win. Great win. Coach Kephart and Coach Bowden over there at Eisenhower are trying to turn the culture around, and those are the kind of wins that you can lean on later in the year. And so congrats to them. You could tell they're visibly really excited for that win. I know that's a big one, his first one there as an Eisenhower coach. If you're Putnam City coach, let's regroup. Let's get one. Let's get healthy, because tournament games at the end of the day don't matter when districts are out. So, I think yesterday Putnam City saw that they can play with anybody. This was probably a little hangover with some injuries. I would flush this, and let's go win one tomorrow, and then move on to our district games next week.
So, folks, this is the Lawton Great Plains Invitational. We've had 2 games already today. First one was Newcastle and U.S. Grant. Newcastle advanced to the Constellation Championship. Unfortunately, U.S. Grant falls to the 7th place game tomorrow at noon. Newcastle will take on Eisenhower tomorrow after Eisenhower just beat Putnam City. Putnam City, U.S. Grant will be at noon. Eisenhower, Newcastle will be at 2 o'clock. We'll have the 3rd place game at 4 p.m., and the championship game of the Lawton Great Plains Invitational will be tomorrow at 6. Coming up next in about 30 minutes, we will have Tulsa Memorial and Northwest Classen. And, folks, this is going to be a great basketball game to show up to. That will start at 6 o'clock. After that, we have an in-city rivalry game featuring the Lawton High Wolverines and the MacArthur Highlanders. That's going to be a big game. Lawton High off an incredible win last night, beating Putnam City in 3 overtimes. MacArthur taking care of business in their first-round matchup against Eisenhower. Set up for a great show. So, if you have nothing to do on a Friday night, come out to the Lawton Great Plains Invitational. We want to thank our sponsors, Waste Solutions, Liberty National Bank, and the Lawton Chamber of Commerce. You have been watching the Great Plains Invitational here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll see y'all soon.